Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Ghost and another episode of KEM Strike Saturday, which of course is the weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in KEM Strikes. For the first time ever here on KEM Strike Saturday, I'm going to be showing the entirety of a gameplay. Usually we show the particular life in which they got the KEM Strike, then we fast forward to the final score after the KEM Strike goes off, and that's your episode of KEM Strike Saturday. For the first time ever, we're going to be showing the entirety of the gameplay, because the gameplay itself is especially freaking awesome. In fact, way more interesting to me than the KEM Strike. In fact, it's way more interesting than most KEM Strikes will be to me. We have a 200-0 shutout domination match, ladies and gentlemen, with a KEM Strike thrown in there just for good measure. So this gameplay is going to be one of, if not the best KEM Strikes that we've really ever seen here on my channel. I'm definitely excited to post it up here. So this gameplay was sent in by a guy named Allah, who is a returning guest here on KEM Strike Saturday. I think he's been here about a handful of times now. He's been on my channel quite a bit with KEM Strike Saturday, because he usually gets some crazy cool stuff. None even come in comparison here to a 200-0 shutout domination match with a KEM Strike. So let's talk about the perks here first and foremost of what he's using with his MTAR. He's got Ready Up, which is a fantastic overall perk you're going to find on most people's classes. He's got Agility and Marathon. He's moving around hella quick, and I gotta say, I love the idea of using Agility and Marathon. I like Agility in general. You know, you only necessarily need to use Marathon to use Agility. Just use Agility without Marathon. Use Agility. It's a good perk, but he's got Agility as well as Marathon. We've got Dead Silence for silent footsteps. Of course, you definitely want that. One, to make sure your own footsteps quieter so that people can't hear you if they're not using Amplify, and also makes it so your footsteps are quieter, in that you can make out what your enemy's footsteps are a bit easier. We got Focus, best damn perk in the game, and we've got Hardline, which is going to allow him to get his streaks faster. He's using support kill streaks here, using the SATCOM, the ammo crate, and the ballistic vest, which I think just is just even better. Even adds even more to the beauty of this KEM Strike here. So a 200-0 domination match. How do you achieve such an amazing feat? A shutout game of domination. So to do this, you need the enemy team to kind of not know what they're doing and not have them not capture their back flag initially, which is what happened here. And it's kind of tricky because you get a 200-0 domination match, right? It's really hard to do because, one, you have to find a situation where, there's a few situations actually, you have to find a situation where, one, you have a way to kill them before they can cap the flag, which is available on certain maps. We're going to talk about that here later on. Or two, you have to find an enemy team that doesn't cap their back flag right away, and you're able to get to it fast enough that you guys can cap it. And then you have to hold all three flags the entire length of a match. So it's pretty hard to do this. It's definitely hard to do this. And how he's doing this is we're going to be taking over here the old bar here on Warhawk, the infamous bar, where we've seen many a KEM Strike, many a gameplay of people just dominating this bar and taking out everybody. He's going to be here. He's going to be trying to control the spawn points here around the A flag, as well as defending the A flag whenever they try and hop on and take it from them, which is pretty key, because the A flag is most contested. You'll find throughout the entirety of this video that he gets the most traffic sent his way as compared to other players that are defending, say, the B flag or the C flag. So it's all really on his shoulders to get this 200-0, and he ends up doing it. He ends up getting the KEM Strike, which is great. Man, it's been a while since there was a 200-0 here on my channel. The last 200-0 that was on my channel, I think, was during Modern Warfare 3. We did on the map Interchange, which Interchange, for whatever reason, was a map that, just because of the way the spawns were set up, it was actually pretty easy to be able to set yourself up for a 200-0. The hard part was defending yourself and defending the flags and getting the 200-0 domination match. That was the last one that we did way back during Modern Warfare 3. Actually, during Black Ops, the original Black Ops, me and my friends, Team SV, we actually got the first ever Black Ops 200-0 domination match. And the reason I say it's the first ever, it's because there was no other 200-0 domination matches in Black Ops at the time. It was uploaded relatively quickly after the game came out, and it was actually on Firing Range. And Firing Range was a different example of how you can get a 200-0 match. Like we talked earlier in the video, you were able to get a 200-0 match by, one, being able to get close to the enemy team and cap their flag before they can, or B, they just don't go for their flag at all, and you're able to take it as a result. Well, on Firing Range, and since there was no delay for explosives, if you spawned in on the C flag in Firing Range at the very beginning of the match, he picks up a KEM Strike right there, you could just run and throw your grenade over the building, go clear across the map, and it could kill them off of the A flag, and then you have to haul your ass over there, kill them off again, take the A flag from them, and get your 200-0 that way. So we did that. And I think, yeah, that was actually pretty cool, because it was just me and two friends and then three randoms. We got 200-0 domination match on Firing Range, and we did it with just the three of us. I defended the LLC. My friend Delman covered all of B, and then our friend Eagle covered all of A, and it was so clutch. Like I wish my video was better back then, because I had an awful mic, and I was awful at making commentary. There's a lot of ums and uhs in there, and it was just a really bad video overall. But the gameplay was so clutch, man. Like right at the very last second, I call in an napalm strike, and it defends A because my teammate died off of A. It was just great. 200 no domination match are one of the most sought after gameplays in all of Call of Duty. If you can pull off a 200 no domination match, you have done something severely special. Unless, of course, you know, everyone on the enemy team quits or something, and you're facing 2 or 3 people. That's not as cool to get 200 no if you're facing 2 or 3 people. But you know, if you're facing 4 to 6 people, and you guys end up getting a full shutout domination match, it's fantastic. It's fantastic here. And our guy Allah here, throughout the entirety of this gameplay, which I haven't talked much about the gameplay, but you guys are seeing what he's doing. He's going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth here in the bar and taking out everybody. And he's actually calling his KEM Strike right now because it's getting towards the end of the gameplay. I think the reason he held off on calling in the KEM Strike for a very long time was, when you call in the KEM Strike, it changes the way the map looks. It can become harder to see. And with it being harder to see, maybe it would have been harder to defend the flags. I'm just wondering. I don't know. It might have been the reason why he held out on calling in the KEM Strikes. He wanted to make it easier to defend for a while. But here towards the end of the gameplay was the perfect time to call it in because he was able to kill off the entire enemy team. That kind of gets them flustered a little bit. They're not going to be able to capture this flag, hopefully, and they'll be able to get the 200 no shutout, which they end up doing as he jumps over that guy. I just thought that was cool, that kill. He just jumps over the guy. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen, a final score of 41-2. Getting the KEM Strike, getting the 200 no domination match with everyone on the enemy team just quit now. I think another one just quit out too. Everyone just quitting. They're like, oh man, this sucks. This team sucks. Everyone sucks. It's all stupid. That was great. It was a great gameplay, man. That was, wow. That right there is my favorite KEM Strike that's been on KEM Strike Saturday so far. And of all the ones, the 100 plus episodes of KEM Strike Saturday that we've done, we've seen some crazy stuff in our day. I like that one the most because it was a 200 no domination match. We didn't get to see the other perspectives. I wonder what it was like towards the B flag throughout that game. I wonder what it was like towards the C flag that game. What these guys were doing to be able to defend B and C while our guy Allah here just dominated the A flag. I love it. I love it. I love everything about 200 no domination matches. So hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of KEM Strike Saturday. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And if you guys extended your guys' KEM Strikes for next week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday, everything you guys need to see is on your screen now. No commentary, no color correction. Try and render your video out at a very nice quality. Take that high quality video, upload to YouTube as enlisted, link me via personal message here on YouTube, and then congratulations, you have submitted your video for next week's episode of KEM Strike Saturday. If you guys like to go ahead and check out Allah, he's a returning guest here on KEM Strike Saturday, having been featured probably a handful of times at this point. He's been on quite a bit. Not nearly as much as COD 619, but he has been there quite a bit. If you do want to check out his YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/Mr. Allah YouTube, and you're going to find well over 100 videos, with a lot of them being KEM Strike gameplays. He's a damn good player. He really is, which is the reason he gets featured here on the show so frequently. He's a damn good player. He uploads pretty frequently. I mean, hell, just as of late, he uploaded a double KEM Strike, a no perks KEM Strike, a gun scavenger KEM Strike, where he's just picking up a bunch of different guns and getting the KEM Strike that way. He has a TAC 12 shotgun KEM, which I just love watching those. He's got a lot of great gameplays. He's a damn good player. He uploads frequently on his channel. He's the exact kind of channel that I would like to promote here on my channel, and that's why he's here on KEM Strike Saturday. And this was one of my favorite gameplays I've seen of Call of Duty Ghost of all time. I mean, it was great. I loved everything about it. It was awesome. Check him out if you haven't already. I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of KEM Strike Saturday, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.